to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my hair down if I won. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better.
Did you know that the average person spends 12,896 hours in their lifetime cleaning their home? This also translates to 1.5 years of your life, which you can boil down to a lot. You clean a lot. I got these statistics from an article and blog post on trapped.com. And while I'm doing lots of cleaning in my home today, I'll also share some more interesting facts. But if you're here for cleaning inspiration and motivation, you're in the right spot. Let's jump right in. First, let's talk about what's going on here, that we are about to move out of this house and we almost burnt the house down. Actually, my house stinks so bad, like burnt mac and cheese, and this is actually my fault. The kids were asking for mac and cheese and I was just kind of distracted, and they're going, how long do I put it in for? And I even went and set the microwave for them, not realizing that there was no water in the mac and cheese. So anyway, in today's video, I will be cleaning the living room, the kitchen. I'll be trying to get the awful burnt smell out of the kitchen. Let's go ahead and close that cabinet. It's a little bit cluttered. And then I'll be giving y'all an update on our house, our new house, this house, all the things that fell apart, and what we are doing next.
Oh, baby, baby, good at thinking out loud, but not too good at keeping promises. No, did you fool yourself enough to be proud? Oh, baby, baby, good at thinking. Even though your mama told you be the best that you can, she never warned you for the monsters dancing in your head, the devil on your shoulder strung you up on a thread. But I don't need to tell you, hey, don't you look at me like that when you break my heart like that, like you're feeling sorry. It's your own fault. Now toss the salt. Don't you look at me like that, walking out the door like that. You're not feeling sorry. It's your own fault. Now toss the salt. Oh, baby, baby, I don't know what to say. Every beginning's gonna end up the same. Spare me your thoughts and get out of my way. Baby, 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 baby. Even though you
For all of you who continue to come back and support me, I appreciate y'all so much. I'm so glad you're back. And if you're new here, then welcome. I'm glad to have you in this community. I'll just catch you up a bit. In January, we decided to move. We've been in this house for almost 9 years, and I did say, like in past videos, that we were not going to move. And then all of a sudden, come December, I just decided that I wanted a different space, a more functional space, and I threw the idea out there to Chris, my husband. And at first he was like, no, we're not moving. And I was like, can we just please go look? And one of the things that got him on board was the neighborhood I wanted to move in. We do have friends in the neighborhood. So I convinced him to come look whenever I was like, well, we'll be close to so-and-so and so-and-so. So when we started looking, we did not have any luck. And at that point, we were just thinking about staying, like there was no reason to move. We were just kind of looking. And then we stumbled upon a home that was just about getting ready to get started, to get built. And we ended up moving forward with that house. So I had said in the past, I would never build again. It was one of the most stressful processes when moving into the home we are in now. But, after 9 years, I forgot of everything. And now I'm starting to have some of those memories come back and then not regret my decision, question all of my life decisions. If you have been in between the process of trying to sell and trying to buy at the same time, then you may understand a little bit where all of that stress plays in. Over the last several months, I have been preparing this home to get ready to sell. When you live in a home for over 9 years, you may have experienced this, is that sometimes you accumulate a lot of stuff, especially when your family starts growing and it just becomes easier to just find a place for something than it is to get rid of. Not everyone, but at least for me. So we've been doing lots of decluttering, lots of cleaning, and in the last couple of weeks, we put our house on the market and we had a buyer the first day and everything was good. And that's where I left off in the last video update. After that point, everything seemed to fall through. The previous buyers, something happened with the financing, and we had to scramble and list the house again. Now, if you've ever had to list your home on the market with small kids, keep it clean, have people coming in and out of your home. You work from home, so I'm driving like back and forth to different spots where I can get Wi-Fi. It is a bit stressful, or at least for me it was. So after losing a lot of time with the previous buyer, we were able to get another buyer, and the process has just been a little stressful. But long story short is that we will no longer be able to lease back our home and live in it until our new house is ready. So we kind of found out last minute that we have to move out within a 2-week time frame, which thankfully that buyer's letting us stay for 2 weeks while we get everything ready. We're going to be moving everything into storage, and then as of the day that I am doing this voiceover, I don't know where we're going. I do have a couple houses in mind that I'm looking to lease for a time period, and then we will just be, drifters. We'll just be going with the flow, living wherever. No, I'm just kidding. But we will be like on a vacation, and then we'll be living with my parents. We'll be staying in a rent, and then hopefully when we know when our home closes, we will finally move in June. If it was just me and Chris, it would be a totally different story. But we have 3 small kids with us, so it makes it a bit more of a challenge. Also, the kids are still in school to the end of the year. So as much as I just want to pick up and just go to the beach and be like, let's just live on the beach for a month or something, I can't. I do have to finish out the rest of the school year, which makes it difficult because that means we have to stay close. So I remember 9 years ago thinking, I will never do this again. I will never sell a house, have to live somewhere, and then build a house. Like, it is so stressful. I'll never do it again. And then here I am going, I remember exactly why I said that. The good thing is that it is just temporary. All of this is a situation that I've created for myself, but it's temporary. And once it's over, I hope that it will all be worth it. For today, my goal is just to get the house cleaned up. In the next couple of videos, I will be packing lots of stuff into storage units, and then I'll also be packing for a month-long stay in various different places. So I'm trying to figure out, and if y'all have done this before, let me know the easiest process to do this, because I don't feel like packing all of my stuff in a suitcase for a month or 2 is going to work. I'm thinking of getting like those big black storage bins, and then things like the entire pantry, right? I'll have to pack up and take wherever we go. All of our bathroom toiletries, a lot of clothes, because in between the stay, we'll be doing 2 different like trips, I guess you can say. So I'll not only need like my stuff that I'm going to need for months long, I'll also need stuff for vacation in between that time. So I am open to any advice from y'all's experiences, maybe, to make this process easier.
up at the stars, up at the stars. I'm caught inside a loop where I can get to your heart, get to your heart. Ooh.
So I am mopping / vacuuming our floors with a wet dry vac, and I accidentally mopped up or vacuumed up this little squish ball. I didn't think that it would actually pick it up, and now it's stuck in there, and I'm trying to figure out how to take the roller brush off, and I cannot get it out. But eventually I got it. It was just one of those days.
You gotta look into my eyes. Think twice before you let me go. My eyes are mirrors of my soul. See how
So of course, after I get it out, I'm like, this mop is so dirty. I have got to clean it up. And I'm not done mopping. Like, I'm just in the middle of this process. So I'm gonna clean this whole thing out now that I see how dirty it is, and then finish up.
look into my eyes. I'm dancing on the tables, trying my best to forget, best to forget. Ooh, and no one coming through the door is your silhouette, your silhouette. Oh, I'm in a wonderland. I'm in a wonderland. I'm in a wonderland. I'm in a wonderland, but I miss your hands and it's making me crazy. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. I'm dancing on the tables, trying my best to forget, best to forget. Ooh, and no one coming through the door is your silhouette, your silhouette. Oh, see how much I want it, see how bad I need it. You gotta look into my eyes. That's how much I want it, that's how bad I need it. You gotta look into my eyes.
So circling back kind of to the beginning of this video, I was reading through an article that just talked about general house cleaning statistics, and it's a blog post on traft.com that is titled The Most Interesting House Cleaning Statistic You Must Know. And there was another company called Lombardo Homes that released a study saying that 1,070 respondents between the ages of 18 and 79 said their most hated chore is cleaning and sanitizing bathrooms. So leave me a comment. Let me know what your least favorite household chore is. And mine is, in fact, cleaning and sanitizing bathrooms. When I went further into that study, it said that toilets are actually not the dirtiest spot in the home, but rather it is your floors and your toothbrush. Now, I personally did not need to know that. It said that your toilet may contain up to 300 particles of bacteria, while your toothbrush can contain more than 200,000 particles. Yikes. So anyway, I am using the pink stuff right now to try and clean out the smell in this microwave. So earlier I mentioned that the kids put a bowl of mac and cheese. I helped them basically set the timer, but did not realize that they didn't put water in there. I should have double checked and made sure there was water in there. And after like 3 minutes, they're like, it's really bright in there. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's on fire. I immediately took the mac and cheese outside and I hosed it down, which is why it was outside. But you know, like when you have like burnt popcorn smell or any type of burnt food, it just like stinks up the entire house. So I had a lot of trouble getting the smell out of the microwave, even though the microwave looked clean, because again, it's pretty much a brand new microwave. It just smelled so bad. Over time, the smell has kind of gotten better because this happened at least a week or two ago, but I mean, we are moving, but hopefully the smell will be gone soon. Any tips or tricks for getting the smell out, please let me know. So another interesting thing in this article, and it says, according to a Cleaning Institute survey, that most people spend 2 to 4 hours cleaning their home every week. Let me know if y'all agree with that. Is that about where you are at cleaning your home? I think for me personally, I would say I'm closer to the higher end of that, probably 4, maybe even higher than that. But this could also probably depend on how many people live in your home. But here is another one. It says that an average of nearly 31% of couples argue about housework a minimum of once a week. What do y'all think about that? I would say for us personally, there is an element of argument about getting help with housework. And then to add to that one, let me know what y'all think about this. It says nearly 1 in 4 respondents to a specific survey agree that leaving dirty dishes out is the worst cleaning offense in a relationship. I would say that it would depend, that probably several years ago, yes. Or if I had just finished cleaning the kitchen and then there were dirty dishes left in the sink, I would probably be a little irritated by that. But I don't know. You guys let me know. I think between laundry and dishes, those are just the 2 main household chores that you just have to do all the time. So it would be one of those things. And then lastly, it says the average person deep cleans their home 5 times a month and cleans their home normally 7 times a month. So I guess they're saying a little more than once a week, which maybe sounds about right. Let me know about y'all.
Met before, it's the same as always, waiting at the airport with your coat and gloves, same time every winter, smiling like you knew me. And now all my emotions are searching for you in places we've never been. Now I'm starting to realize the chance I've been given, but I am so afraid. Time is standing still when you lift your suitcase, turn around and say bye. Oh, I would be a fool not to ask you gently if you stay forever. And now all my emotions are searching for you in places we've never been. Now I'm starting to realize the chance I've been given, but I am so afraid.
So now that I know that we are going to be storing everything, and as I'm cleaning out this media table, I'm trying to decide what I want to still keep and take into the new house, or what I should leave and just like not have to deal with and not have to store. I got this desk on Wayfair, so it's kind of like fake wood, so it's peeling apart in the middle. But this was a Restoration Hardware dupe that I found, and I'm thinking that I might have to not take it. So we do have a big media table downstairs that I recently bought, and it's not going to fit in our living room. So I may have to put it in the playroom. As much as I don't want to put my nice piece of furniture in the playroom, I just don't have another spot for it. So that means I probably have to get rid of this. And then as we go through and start probably loading stuff in storage, I'll have to make some of those decisions as well. So after I posted that we are going to be moving, which wasn't the initial plan, I had a couple of questions, and some of y'all are kind of going through the same experience and wanted me to share in more detail. So I wasn't going to initially do it, but what happened actually when we listed our house again, and we could have not agreed to not do the lease back and stay and not have to move, but we are in a bit of a time crunch, and because the first buyer fell through, we don't really have time to go back and forth with other buyers and then have loans fall through and whatnot. So initially we had 2 offers, and one offer after the second time we've listed. One buyer wanted a bit of a discount. The other buyer wanted to pay over asking price, and they were moving in from a different state. And what happened was we kind of waited to get more information about that. And then they came in and they like FaceTimed the home and decided that they didn't want it, even though initially making this higher offer. So then we're like, there was a lot of in-between activities that happened between the point where we were just mentally exhausted with different buyers, different agents, things not following through, things that were promising that just weren't promising. And then now we're to the point where we just want to get this over with. So could we have relisted our home? We could have, and that was a decision that we had one day to make because we could have potentially lost our current buyer. So it was like a lot going on in one day. So that's why we did make the decision. Otherwise we could have relisted it, gone through the process again. And it's just, for those of you that are agents and that work in real estate, oh my gosh, I give you so much respect for having to deal with people back and forth. But at the end of the day, there were things that we could have done, but ultimately that was just the decision that we wanted to go with. It is certainly not worst case scenario. Worst case scenario would be that we weren't able to sell our house at all. Second to worst case scenario was this. We would get an offer, things would fall through, we'd just be, having to relist and then not being able to lease back, which just means that a buyer would ultimately buy your home and then give you the option to lease it back to you until you are ready to move out, which is what our first buyer initially was going to do. So we kind of weren't expecting this, but it's fine. We certainly knew that this was a possibility. And then best case scenario was that everything would just go smoothly. But does anything go smoothly? No. Okay. I don't want to come on here and be that way. So I have been a bit stressed and I have been struggling to stay positive, but at the end of the day, in the big scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. It's temporary. We have our health, we have our family together, and, we have people helping us. My number one thing that I just go back to over and over and over again is gratitude. Even though I would go buy the new house, we've been having issues with that too. And we're just like, is it worth it? I'm questioning my life right now, but it is to have gratitude. And it's been a struggle, but that is the only thing that is helping me like not turn into a crazy person, is like, we're so thankful that, we're getting this offer. We're so thankful that we're able to get this house. We're so thankful that our family can stay together. We're so thankful that we are going to find a place to go. And then just keeping one foot in front of the other. What is the next thing that I have to do? So on my list, find storage unit by this weekend, right? So it's like just one thing at a time, one step at a time. And I know that I'm not the only one going through a stressful situation, but just take it one step at a time. In order to get to the promised land, we have to go through the desert.
Yeah, he sets my body in motion. He knows how to turn things up. And he knows what gets me going. Yeah, like a little text saying, hey, what's up? They look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at him, he's got a bad reputation. They be looking at us, thinking we are too much. Look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at him, he's got a bad reputation. They be looking at us. Why do I need to be good all the time? I'm wrapped around his finger, but he is mine. Don't care what they say, too late anyway. Why do I need to be good all the time?
Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, cleaning along with me, helping me out here. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button. It's about to get crazy and fun at the same time. I'll see y'all next week.